What's up, guys? We are outside of Natural Grocers right now. So this is our good friend Robert, aka Keto Savage. He is a natural bodybuilder, and we're gonna walk through his macros today and see what he's eating. It's gonna be delicious.
How to, track your macros, how to make foods that hit your macros. We're gonna show you how to do all those things from start to finish.
Also, linked below, you're definitely gonna wanna check this out, is a free 14-day meal plan plus 2 recipes. One is a dessert, so click on that and you can get that free information. And this 14-day meal plan will be following a deeper state protocol similar to what you'll see today. It's 80% fat ratio, which is really high. Try it out. You're going to feel great.
All right, so I use an app called My Macros Plus.
Okay.
MyFitnessPal is great too. There's lots of options out there. Just use whatever you're comfortable with. My macros for the day are going to be 130 grams of protein, 10 grams of carbs, 245 grams of fat. It's right about 80% fat ratio. But with the whole deeper state concept, I advocate a higher fat ratio, especially when finding your baseline. We keep carbs low, we keep the fat ratio high to really fine tune and figure out what your proteins and fat thresholds are for optimization.
Do you feel better with 80%?
100% better.
Cool.
And it's going to be different for everybody, but that's what I've found works best for me. For instance, today I've had 3 coffees so far. I typically put about 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of heavy cream in each of my coffees. So I'll go over here to the search feature, and let's just say I'm looking for heavy cream. All right, so heavy cream, we'll just use the Highland brand. And then, so if I've had 3 coffees, it's going to be 6 tablespoons of heavy cream. And then I'm also putting butter in there. Generic brand of butter, they all have about the same macros. And 6 tablespoons of that.
So that's a really high fat morning for you, right?
That's pretty typical. I don't have it all in one coffee, but I'll have like 3 coffees split up. I kind of use coffee to keep me satiated until my first meal, which is generally around noon or 1 o'clock. Okay. So right now we're at about 870 calories for the day, 96 grams of fat, and 0 protein, 0 carbs. So starting the day off really high in the fat. That's going to kind of open up that window for natural fat burning, which doesn't really get interrupted until you introduce proteins and carbs. So I like to just keep like a fat fast in the morning. I think I'm going to have a ketogenic pizza. I've been craving pizza lately, but what kind of pizza should I make?
There is a really good no-carb chicken crust pizza we have.
It's a Ketogenic Pizza?
Yes, it is.
I'm all about that. Let's make it.
Let's try it. So we're grabbing some ingredients for the pesto sauce we're going to make. We got extra virgin olive oil and some basil in here. They also have this Kite Hill yogurt, which is made with almond milk, so it's a really great option. 1 serving is only 1 carb. So this is a great option for people who love yogurt. You can add berries, you can add sweetener to it, protein powder. This is a great option. We're also going to grab some walnuts for the pesto sauce we're making. We like walnuts, but another good option that's a little pricier would be pine nuts, maybe even cashews, but that's a little higher carb. So whatever nut you feel like, we're going to go walnut today.
All right, so for the pizza, we're going to get some fresh mozzarella here, along with some shredded Parmesan. Good rule of thumb when I'm checking ingredient labels, first of all, I'm trying to look for minimal ingredients, but then I'm also looking for higher fat than protein. If my fat is higher than my protein and my carbs are low, I'm always good.
Organic chicken breast with rib meat, water, sea salt. We're also going to grab 2 of these roasted chicken breast cans. These are each 5 ounce. You want 10 ounces. You get these.
I love anchovies on my pizza. Definitely an acquired taste, but super, super tasty.
The Nick sticks are oddly my favorite jerky that we've had so far. They sent us a bunch once and I devoured them. So they have spicy and normal. Great macros too. 9 fat, 10 protein, 0 carbs for 2 sticks.
Okay, so for Robert, he's a bodybuilder, not a great chef, although he's not bad, but he's not good. We got 2 cans of chicken breast here, shredded chicken breast, and you need 10 ounces. Start by draining the chicken. The key to getting this crust crispy is lack of moisture in the chicken breast. Sounds bad, but it's actually makes for a nice crispy crust. Spread the chicken out on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Break up any clumps and flatten it out. This is just to dry the chicken breast out because it's a little moist from being in the can. Then place the chicken breast in a 350-degree oven for 10 minutes. After about 10 minutes and the chicken's relatively dry, we can take it out of the oven. To the chicken breast, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese and 1 egg. And then just mix that together. Place the crust mixture back on the baking sheet. Then I like to place another piece of parchment paper on top and just roll it out a little bit. Now we're gonna pop this in the oven at 500 for 5 minutes.
Now I'm going to show you how to make the pesto for this delicious pizza. Since the crust is really high protein, the pesto will offset it since it's really high fat. To make this pesto, the first thing I'm going to do is add a 1/4 cup of olive oil to the blender bottle. Next, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of walnuts. I'm going to add 2 bunches of basil. And then I'm going to salt and pepper to taste. And then you simply blend. And that's your pesto.
Okay, so we have the crust out, we got the pesto done, and then we got our goat cheese here. So we're just gonna start by topping it with this pesto. This is where all the fat is. I actually like the pesto kind of chunky.
Hopefully Robert does too.
And here's a tip, guys. If you got the food already in your macros, make sure you get it all in there. Otherwise, you're just cheating yourself out of food, which never do that. Now we're gonna come in with an ounce of goat cheese. And we'll put this back in for about like 8 to 10 minutes.
You put the anchovies on?
Oh, we forgot something, anchovies. Yeah, Robert thinks they might have put sardines in his anchovy container. Whole anchovies on the pizza. I don't know how anchovies are gonna go with goat cheese, but that looks good to me. Got a delivery.
Boom. This is better than Domino's.
Let me know what you think of the flavor combination. I'm a little concerned.
Like angels dancing on tip your tongue. The goat cheese, the pesto, the homemade pesto itself. I've never made pesto before, but it's super simple and it makes like all the difference in the world.
Mm-hmm.
What am I at on my macros today? Alright, so I've had the coffees today. I just had this awesome pizza made by Keto Connect. What do I need to do to hit my macros? Well, let me tell you. You don't need to make excuses. You need to get creative, find something that works. Let's do that. So it's pretty close to about equal parts protein, equal parts fat. A hard-boiled egg is almost the same. It's like 6 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat. Let's get some of those. 3 hard-boiled eggs. Let's start off with this. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and plug in the hard-boiled eggs to my macro tracker. And let's see what that gives us. I need 16 grams of protein and 23 grams of fat left. What else can I come up with? Oh, we got these beef sticks that we got earlier today. Those have 9 grams of fat and 10 grams of protein per 2 sticks. Let's give that a shot. And then we also got this 100% unsweetened chocolate earlier as well. Let's plug this in and see what we're dealing with. Using the barcode scanning feature of my macro tracking app, plugging that in. I'm gonna do 1 block. So with 1 piece of this, pretty big sized pieces, I'm within 2.8 grams of protein and 0.5 grams of fat towards my goals. As long as I'm within about 5 grams of my goal macros, I'm happy. Alright, so that's a typical day of eating for me. I've hit all my macros within 5 grams. I've eaten great, delicious tasting food.
Alright guys, I hope you really enjoyed that day of eating, a fun little different take. Thanks for checking it out. And also don't forget about all the free stuff we have linked below. There's a 14-day meal plan and then there's the 2 recipes. One of them is a dessert and we all love desserts. So definitely go check that out. We'll see you guys soon. And I'm just gonna sit here with Jack.